It's time for the first fight of the evening here at Uprising. And it is another battle between Stephen Miller and Mason Foster. Hopefully, this being the fight that ends it all between them. These two have been feuding for weeks ever since Stephen Miller blamed Mason Foster for missing out on an opportunity to be in the Uprising Money in the Bank ladder match after losing a triple threat to Jack's Wolfe. Without being pinned, it was of course Mason Foster that received the pin, which is why he was assigned the blame. But now Stephen Miller, since then, has come out to prove that he isn't to blame, that he is still the best here that is to be offered. And Stephen Miller hoping to prove that here tonight once more, already with 2 wins over him. And this one could be a flush out. This could be a 3rd win in a row, and it could be all over from here. Or it could end tonight either way, because whether it's a win or a loss for Stephen Miller, he's already proved his point. But he'll be seeing this as putting it to bed if he can. He still has no intentions of walking out the loser tonight, because Mason Foster will be sure to rub it in his face if he can beat him on the big stage of Uprising. We've got a stacked card tonight. It's going to be one hell of a show. So let's crack on with the opening fight of the evening. These two, as I mentioned, been locking horns for the last couple of weeks, and it's going to finally reach its conclusion here at Uprising, which is a lovely looking arena, by the way. Like, I'm very happy with how this one came out. But Mason Foster coming down to the ring now after 3 defeats in a row, not all to Stephen Miller, 2 of them to Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller and Mason Foster, when they first stepped into the ring one-on-one, Mason Foster was jumped to begin with, which gave him a handicap for the rest of the match, and Stephen Miller went on to win. The next week, Mason Foster did exactly what Stephen Miller did, and unfortunately for him, it didn't quite pay off. Stephen Miller seemed to be prepared for it, and Stephen Miller walks out with another win. This time with nothing left to fight, nothing left to give. He's got everything to prove here tonight. Realistically, he's got to prove he's up for this. He's got to prove what he's capable of. He needs to finally slay Stephen Miller here tonight if he can. So it's time here at Uprising to kick off the show. Let's get this one underway. And these two, oh, look at that. Mason Foster not wasting any time here, bringing out the big guns. And look at this. Oh, and a swinging neck breaker. And that's a way to start off. Not wasting any time, bringing out the big offense here. And Mason Foster, as I was saying, has a lot to prove in this match. Stephen Miller's perspective, you got to believe he might be thinking he has nothing to prove. But that's not going to stop him whacking out a code breaker as his first move of the fight. And that really does show the hostility between these two. Not afraid to whack out anything big. And look at this, into an armbar. Not wasting any time here, Stephen Miller looking to get this one done, and out he rolls. And what a start this one has been. The last couple of fights have started in little scrappy brawls, but now these two start bringing out some big moves. They have no intention of staying in the ring for longer than they have to. They're just trying to put this one away as quickly as possible, whilst getting some damage done in the process. Irish whip by Foster, went for a running knee, couldn't quite connect. Lands the big strike though, and that caught him off guard, and now, oh, wearing down on the leg, wrenching away. And Mason Foster with some early control here, but Stephen Miller knows what Mason Foster can do now. They've stepped in the ring quite a few times, which is why he knows that it's it's Foster that's going to have to step his game up, and not Miller, because he's already done it twice. And there's a big suplex. But Mason Foster uprising, if you will, to the occasion. And look at that big counter there. No, oh, twisting the leg before landing a suplex. And Steve Miller now looking to mount some offense of his own. Targeting the arms today. That's an interesting tactic. Maybe looking to go for the submission is Stephen Miller. But he's already wrenched away on the arm and locked in an armbar earlier on. Clearly he's got an idea of how he wants to put this one away, but Mason Foster providing much more of a fight in these earlier stages than we're used to seeing him do. And straight back to his feet, not wasting any time here. Irish whip to the corner, and now he's going to just stab in the back. And now look at this. On the leg! Oh! Almost! That could break a man's leg, what he just did. And maybe now it's not just the legs, maybe it's all the limbs. He's just targeting arms and legs. Stephen Miller coming out here with a tactic tonight. Oh, and there's a running neck breaker. Oh, now to the opposite side, Steve Miller might be looking to fly here. He's begging Foster to get back to his feet. Springboard. Oh, and a big knee across the jaw. And all of a sudden, Miller with a lease of life here after a considerably slow start from his regard. And now look at this. Once again, this time using his own arms to choke him out, trying to apply more pressure. And look at that. Forcing it back into the knee as well. This has been a masterful in technical fighting from Stephen Miller so far, but Mason Foster using his strength to power out. Chucks him down, and look at this. Taking the time to taunt. That might be a mistake, but misses the knee. Saw it coming. But Miller is able to capitalize still. To the outside they go. New referee enforcing the law tonight. The last one was fired due to his poor decision making, quite frankly, and his disregard for the rules and making up his own ones as they go along. And Mason Foster and Stephen Miller are going to want proper officiating tonight. They want to settle this once and for all here on the big stage that is Uprising. Tonight, of course, a Mr. Money in the Bank will be crowned, and neither of these two are going to get it. And that's where that all started for them. A big move there. And now look at this. Looking for a crossface. Crossface. I figured he might be going for a submission. He might just do that here. Is he going to make Mason Foster tap out here? No, look at this. Mason Foster able to power out of it. Now Foster's got to fight back now. And he's looking to do so here. Look at this. Oh, and a beautiful slam down on the face from Mason Foster. And now what's Foster thinking? Picking him up. Oh, and a massive spinning heel kick. Oh, but look at this. Miller fights out of it. And the crowd are loving this. This has been an incredible battle so far. And it still could go either way. Mason Foster with a big right. Trying to do something. Wait a minute. Who the hell? What the hell? Who is that? I don't even... What the hell? This match is over now. What? Who on earth is that? Well, this match is going to end in disqualification. The referee telling him to leave. Who was that? Ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea who that is. But this match is over. And that is not what Steve Miller and Mason Foster wanted to see when they tried to end this feud. But I guess now we just have to move on down the rest of the card. What a shocking start to the Uprising pay-per-view. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not quite sure what just happened or who that was that attacked Stephen Miller and Mason Foster. I don't know what happened. I'm speechless, but I guess we're going to have to move on down the rest of the card because we have our first title battle of the evening. And it is for the WIW Television Championship that will be on the line here tonight. It's an important one for this man, the former television champion himself, Travis Cotterrell, the newest member of the Wolfpac, making his way down to the ring, making a huge statement on the last episode of Friday Fight Night on the Go Home show. He came out and said he doesn't need anyone, he could do this all by himself, and challenged him to a Falls Count Anywhere match. He's going to be taking on Big Willie, who took out both of his security guards in the last episode in a 2-on-1 handicap match. And now Travis has decided he's got what it takes to take him on by himself. And Travis is taking a huge risk here. And I'm surprised that King Sam has permitted him to do this. But he is going to do it, and it's going to happen. This Falls Count Anywhere, of course, was his choice. His choosing. He earned the right to the choice of stipulation after winning in a tag team matchup with King Sam last week against Big Willie and Original Brad. But Travis has made a huge call here tonight. And he's hoping that it'll pay off. And he will silence the haters and walk out a 2-time television champion. I believe Travis will be the first person in the series to hold the title twice. No, actually the Linebacks, of course, who will be in action later tonight. First ever 2-time tag team champions. He'll be the first singles competitor to do it. But here comes the man who took the title from him. It's Big Willie. Won it in the fatal 4-way match between him, Sal, and PJ McNair. He came in as a bit of an underdog. I guess with only a week left to prepare, no one really had time to prepare for him. And we were expecting Sal or PJ McNair to walk out the dominant one. But Big Willie came out victorious, and the Scotsman hopes to do the same here. Has already defended his title once this month against Soulman Akira. After Soulman Akira beat him on his coronation night. And he did not take kindly to it, and he got his revenge the next week. But Travis has a shot right here, right now, to put Big Willie down and become a 2-time television champion, the first singles competitor to hold the title twice since exiting the trial era. This is a big fight field, and remember, falls count anywhere. Anything could happen anywhere at any time. This could be chaotic, and it is for the WIW Television Championship. It's a big prize with big expectations. But Travis, we know, is capable of winning these one-on-one situations. We've seen him do it in the past, despite the odds. And although he hasn't been the most successful by doing things without the help of people at ringside, he can get the job done. That's what he wants to prove tonight. But this man, the dominant Scotsman, Big Willie, the television champion, has proven himself since his debut. He's won non-stop. He's been a wrecking ball through WIW. And he has nothing more in mind than to defend that title and to also damage his opponent, as we saw last week in the 2-on-1 handicap match. But it's a big fight and the first title match of the night, and it's only going to get more intense as the night goes on. It's a big fight here for the first title match. The title held high. Such a beautiful design. It's actually one of my favorite designs. Here we go. Bell rings. And let's get this one on the way. And look at this Big Willie straight out the gate. Not wasting any time. There's a neck breaker. And Travis getting beaten down very early on. Look at that, a massive headbutt. And Big Willie not wasting any time here. Bringing out the big guns, and there's a spinning back fist. Travis stays on his feet, though. Lands a couple of strikes of his own. Trying to fight back as much as he can, but Big Willie proving to be overpowering as hell. And there's some massive elbows. And look at this. Whoa! Look at the speed of Big Willie there. Did you see how fast he ran? That was amazing. Playing to the crowd here. Nice little display of speed there from the big man. And Travis in early signs of trouble as he gets suplexed off the top rope. And Travis wanted to prove to everyone he could do this by himself. He wanted to prove he was capable of slaying the monster by himself, and that he is the most dominant, one of the most dominant people on the brand. But already it's not looking quite promising for him. Big Willie running powerbomb. And it's falls count anywhere. No rope breaks for Travis. This is already over. No, it's not. It's a 2 count. But look at this. Travis is in so much trouble, but he fights out of it. He fights out of it. And now Travis, overhead belly to belly. What a way to start this one. This has been chaotic as hell. Went for a second spinning powerbomb. Just didn't do anything about it. Look at this. Travis caught him with a gut kick. And now, axe kick to the back of the head. And now Travis, all of a sudden, has a chance here to pull away. And it's only a 1 count off the axe kick. Travis can't believe his eyes. What a start. An axe kick and a spinning and a running powerbomb already. No hesitation from either of these men. And look at this. Just a big clothesline there from Travis in the middle rope. And now Travis. Now Travis looking to put this one away. Travis looking for the gut-wrench powerbomb. And his head ricocheted off the turnbuckle. Travis into the cover to become the television champion. It's a 2. It's a 2 count. And Travis can't believe his eyes, but the crowd are loving this. What a start. These guys bringing out the bin guns right away, not wasting any time. And Travis not wasting any time getting Big Willie in the air. Making sure he's getting the big moves in early. Doing as much damage as possible, especially after getting hit with a running power bomb straight out the gate. Oh, there it is! Running knee! Running knee! Travis is in trouble! Back to his feet, only to be met with another running power bomb. Oh wait, what's he thinking? Off the ropes! His head ricochets off the ropes! And Travis is done for! Oh my god, what a match that was! Unbelievable! Travis fought back with everything he had. But Big Willie came out of the gate too strong. There was an axe kick. And there was the gut wrench powerbomb, which for only the second time in the series has not put away his opponent. But there was the running knee, followed by a spinning powerbomb off the ropes. And Travis might need to come off in a stretcher after that. But two running powerbombs straight out the gate and a running knee has helped Big Willie defend the television championship in what was a chaotic match. It didn't run for very long, but what a fantastic contest that was. And Big Willie defends in Travis's rematch cause, and that's not promising signs for the Wolfpac. But I guess we'll see how things go down the line. But a big victory for Big Willie. Let's move on down the rest of the card. A match that only was a couple of minutes long, but was full of jam-packed excitement. That was quite a match. And now it's on to the second title match of the evening. And it's the other brand now having a shot at showing what they can do. It is the European Championship on the line, and this one has been building for months. We've already seen this title match once between Skeens and Jace, but of course Brad Skeens was unsuccessful the first time round, but he's proven that he is worth multiple chances, and he's been given another one here. He really has shown himself as of late here, Brad Skeens. He has one goal here tonight, and that is to walk out the first American holder of the European Championship. He'll be the second person ever to hold it. Jace still on a very dominant first reign as champion. But Brad Skeens, it's a matter of pride here tonight for him, and to walk out the champion as well. So early on in his career, it would mean a lot to him. Jace, though, has been a dominant champion so far. He's been a dominant fighter through the trial era and through the day that we are in now. He's been such a good fighter, and Brad Skeens felt the wrath of him before. But he's here, he's prepared, and he thinks he knows what to do. This time, he's made it abundantly clear he has every idea and every intention of beating him and making sure he walks out the champion. But can Brad Skeens turn his plan into practicality here tonight? And you got to imagine if he does lose here, it's his last chance. It's a big chance he's been given. It's a big risk considering he's already tasted defeat against the champion. But Jace had no issue accepting his challenge. And Skeens has made it clear that if he didn't accept the challenge, that he would regret it. But for Skeens, a big opportunity tonight. Can he cash in? We'll have to wait and see. But he's got a tough opponent who has already beaten him once, and he has every intention of doing it again. Here comes the champion from Lisbon, Portugal. Jace makes his way down to the ring with the European Championship correctly with the side plates now. Why they changed, no idea. But European Championship on the line here tonight. This man will, if a victory he comes here tonight, will have his third month as the WIW European Champion. Of course, winning it back all the way at the Resurrection pay-per-view, which seems like a lifetime ago already, considering the amount of videos deep we are into this series. Won it back in the 8-pack challenge and came out victorious, but lately coming in with a new attitude, a new era of confidence. steering away from this dark, mysterious persona that we've got used to seeing him with? Will that reflect in his wrestling? It's been a while since we've seen Jace in ring action. But when we do see him in action, he's the dominant one. He faced last week in the 8-man Battle Royal, made it to the last 2, only to be eliminated by the man monster that was Rage, who's back to winning ways in the last couple of weeks. But enough of that now, enough of all the build-up. It's time for the European Championship to be put on the line here. It's a big fight, Phil. Brad Skeens has made it abundantly clear that after his first defeat, he has learned, he's evolved, and he knows how to take the man down that is Jace. He thinks he can walk out the first non-European European champion, and that is his goal here tonight. But Jace, maybe as a response to Brad Skeens saying he had him figured out, has come out with a new persona, a new attitude, a new style. But has that affected the man that we know and love in his wrestling ability? He hasn't shown any sign of weaknesses of late. But the European champion, here to defend against a man who has proven himself to Jace on multiple occasions. But can he get the job done on the big stage? So far, the answer to that has been no. But can Brad Skeens finally conquer Jace? Or will Jace reign victorious and continue his European title reign? The belt lifted high by the referee. It's going to be a great contest, this one. We've been off to a great start here at Uprising. We're only 3 matches deep, including this one. Bell rings, and away we go. And Brad Skeens went for a chop straight out the back, but straight from behind goes Jace. And there's a suplex, and into another one. And looking for a triple suplex already. Spins him around this time for a different variant of suplex. And that is how you get a match underway. And Jace went straight out the gate with the suplexes. Brad Skeens trying to answer back there, but unable to lift him. And Jace slides out. Jace, the man from Lisbon, Portugal. Brad Skeens from... I'm doing this off the top of my head, so if I'm wrong, I might be mistaken. Miami, Florida? I'm pretty sure he's Miami, Florida. We do have a couple of Americans here in the WIW, as can be expected. A very popular sport here, wrestling in the US. Pity to see no Englishmen competing for the WIW European Championship, but I'm sure that will come in time. Oh, and a massive knee and a big clothesline. Jace coming out the gate strong here, and Brad Skeens with a little bit of panic in his eyes, you sense, as you saw that on the Irish whip. Went for a spear. Couldn't connect. And Brad Skeens now with a window of opportunity to fight back. But once again, Jace with a counter. Went for a running knee. Skeens dodges out of the way. Gets him up on the shoulders. Oh, and I don't know what he was thinking there, but there's a DDT. And a series of counters, but Jace manages to maintain control. Stay on top. Spins him around. What's he thinking? Oh, and a massive slam down face first. And Jace rolling in this one already. Oh, and a massive brainbuster as well. And Brad Skeens is in trouble. He needs to start doing something here, because he is rolling here. And there, the massive double knees to the back from Jace. Similarly to Tyson Jackson and Jace. Oh, look at this. Up on the shoulders, Brad Skeens just couldn't get him down again. And now, gonna land it himself, looking for the GTS connects. And following through with a massive running pump kick. And Skeens in trouble here, near the ropes, needs to grab him if he can. He can't do it, but he kicks out at 2. And that was nearly one of the easiest title defenses that Jace will ever have to do. He's been in complete control this match, and Brad Skeens needs to answer back now. He's kicked out, but now what can he do? He has to do something, and look at that, a massive drop kick. Kind of fell on the way down there, Jace, but connected cleanly. And there's an arm drag, and now an opportunity. And he's using that opportunity to go for a cover, and he gets a 1 count. And that's a little worrying from Jace there. Hasn't really taken many hits, but yet already a 1 count. There's a Northern Light suplex. And all of a sudden, Skeens fighting back, and that's what we needed to see from him. And look at this. A nice little combination of punches there. right to the jaw. And now look at this. Skeens all of a sudden. Ready to end it with a spear. And straight into the cover. Do we have a new European champion? It's a 2 count. And Skeens thought he had it there on the comeback. A massive spear from Brad Skeens. And now look at this. Look at it, choke him out here. Camel clutch. Camel cut supply, trying to win this one by submission. Jace in trouble here. No ropes to grab to. Oh, look at this. Just trying to use his power to get out. He slides behind and sweeps the legs. And what a match this has been so far. A great contest. And all of a sudden, Brad Skeens taking control of it after a really slow start here. Oh, but look at Jace springing back to life. Oh, and look at this massive spine buster. With true force there. And now all of a sudden, Jace trying to fight back after that spell of momentum. End of heartbreak again. And dragging him to the middle of the ring. What's he got planned? Oh, just snapping the neck there as he rolls over the shoulders. And straight back to his feet. What a match this has been so far. Double underhook. Oh, and a double underhook suplex. Crashing him off the ropes as well. And Skeen, he's taken some hits. He's delivered a few as well now in this matchup. But now he's losing the control that he just managed to get a hold of. But now he's fighting back. He's got him in the corner. And that's a good place to have him. Oh, went for a belly-to-belly. Big countering into a hip toss. Oh, and look at this. Skeen's in trouble. Not even being allowed to get back to his feet before a backbreaker. And Jay stomping away now. Sensing the control. Is back with him. He wants to use that momentum if he can. Scoops him back up again for another backbreaker. Oh, look at that. Signaling the end there is Jace. He wants to wrap this one up. He wants to retain his title, but Brad Skeens once again refusing to just let him just have an easy ride here. But Jace with a counter of his own. And Skeens once again with a counter, this time sweeping the legs. Skeens wants nothing more than to walk out the first non-European European champion. And look at this. Gets caught there with a big brainbuster. Big impact. And now Jace looking to wrap this one up. Looking for the GTS again. Up on the shoulders. GTS. And one more time with a punt kick. Straight into the cover. 1, 2. No, it's only a 2 count. Jace can't believe his eyes. He thought that was 3. And he's angry now, begging him to get up. Stomped on the floor in frustration. He thought he had this one in the bag. But a massive kick out. Oh, and look at this. Resulted to a curve stomp. And Brad Skeens still fights on somehow. How is he back to his feet? Only to get met with a Samoan driver. And Jace refusing to give in. Refusing to give up this relentless offense he's been mustering up here. And Skeens is in serious trouble because he's got a few counters in him. But nothing has kept himself in control. He had one major spell of control. Look at that. A massive running knee. But since then, he hasn't been able to keep the control he's needed. Look at that. Went from behind. Couldn't capitalize on it. And Brad Skeens with another counter. But now Jace with another counter. These two battling heavy here. And a spinebuster in the middle of the ring. Thunderous impact. And I'm sensing the end of this match is near. Because Skeens, the fight back is not looking good for him. Look at Jace mocking Skeens. He just crawls up him and then lands a headbutt. Straight to the skull. And Jace knows this match is coming to an end. He knows he has control here. He knows he's going to retain a cover to wrap it up. Those headbutts puts him to sleep. And Jace, what a vicious way to end this match and retain the European Championship. The second successful defense here tonight. What a way to put him to bed. And the European Champion holds on to continue what has been a 3-month reign Oh, and look at this. And after an intense back and forth battle between these two, Brad Skeens being beaten down further. He's already knocked out cold. And Jace continues the beat down. And I think that might be Brad Skeens either out for some time, or at least out of the title picture for some time, because that's the second time he's now unable to conquer Jace. Big retaining from the European champion. Making a statement here tonight is Jace. Let's move on down the rest of the card. Next up tonight, another non-title fight. But that doesn't mean that there isn't no champions involved. We have a champion versus champion tag team matchup tonight. It is the Mayhem Tag Team Champions taking on the Fight Night Tag Team Champions. The Linebacks and the Wolfpac competing here tonight. And no Coach Wilson to guide them down to the ring tonight for the Linebacks. They're here with one task, and that is to dismantle the men who hurt their coach after coming out on Fight Night to accept the open challenge which was issued to them by the Wolfpac, the Fight Night Tag Team Champions. And they are here tonight to prove their worth, to rep their brand, but more importantly, to get revenge for Coach Wilson, who is still in hospital, still in a bad way, in a bad condition. But the Fight Night Tag Team Champions care very little about that. They're, of course, the men who put him through the table. They're here tonight to prove their own point. They say they're already kings of their division, and tonight they intend to prove that they are the kings of every division. The Wolfpac not off to a great start, already losing the television championship via Travis, and Travis so far the only one letting them down in title competitions. But the Fight Night Tag Team Championships guaranteed not to change hands here tonight. Here comes the World Heavyweight Champion King Sam and the Fight Night Tag Team Champions, the Wolfpac. And we weren't expecting Sam to come down here tonight, but of course, no ringside suspensions anymore, as they are all champions. But that was the sight. The sight right there is the sight we have all dreaded since the trial era. One thing that they never managed to achieve, but have now finally done it. All three of them holding a title. Unfortunately, they're not holding every title. And King Sam had complete confidence in Travis coming into this battle with Big Willie. He made the gamble of doing it by himself, and he paid the ultimate price for that, and he is now no longer eligible to fight for the TV title in this current moment. But for King Sam, he won't care too much about that right now. Right now, this is about proving the dominance of the Wolfpac. He has a job to do later tonight. He has a second rematch in the Extreme Submission match against Original Brad, and he needs to be prepared for that, because I'm sure that Brad will put up much more of a fight than he did before, now that he's prepared for Sam and he knows what to expect. The Fight Night Tag Team Champions, they made a huge statement, and they need to prove themselves tonight, because they called out these monsters, and they might regret doing so. The King out here tonight just to watch over them. King Sam not prone to getting himself involved in these matches. He's very happy to let David and Steve do their work, because he knows what they are capable of. Very dominant tag team champions. And fighting on here. They had to beat the Vikings of Destiny to capture the title, the Wolfpac. They did so the first time with the assistance of Bob and Allen, but the second time round in the Extreme Rules tag team matchup, they managed to do the job and retain with no assistance needed, asserting their dominance as they have been doing for quite some time now. But for the Monday Night Mayhem Tag Team Champions, as the first tag is made, look at this, not wasting any time, going for a pile driver and following it through into a big suplex, brainbuster, sorry. Looked like a suplex at first, into the brainbuster. As for the Monday Night Mayhem Tag Team Champions, it hasn't been quite as easy of a road for them as it has been for David and Steve. The Monday Night Mayhem, they were the first ever Monday Night Mayhem Tag Team Champions, but lost in their second title defense, as they had a triple threat tag team ladder matchup in their first title defense, and they were unable to recapture it. It was El Murpho and Austin Creed who took the titles, and there's a quick tag there. In comes Patrick Green. Oh, but look at that, to be met with a Superman punch. Killing the instant momentum there. But it's still fighting on, still trying to provide for his team. Kazarian is down. Remember, they've got a grudge. This match started as strictly to see who the better team was. But then after the ambush on Coach Wilson, this match became very, very personal indeed. So as I was saying, yep, they lost their title, the Linebacks, to the team of Up, Up, Down, Down. But they did recapture it just a couple of weeks ago, and that rematch that they won their titles back from was when the match was arranged. That is when Stephen and Dave made their first initial ambush, and despite that ambush, it wasn't really as quite an aggressive intent as it was. They just wanted to make a statement. They didn't even use their own titles. I don't know where they found those crappy titles from. They were terrible designs, but they found something to whack him down with, and they did, and they were already beaten down after a grueling match with Up, Up, Down, Down. Of course, Up, Up, Down, Down no longer entitled to a rematch for the titles. They're going to have to earn it. And now with a rising tag team division in Monday Night Mayhem, of course, the League of Gods shining through as of late. The Dragon Dynasty looking like an unbeatable team to date. It's worrying signs for Up, Up, Down, Down. Where are they going to end up in the scraps? As for the Wolfpac, they haven't had many challenges in their reigns as champions, and that is exactly why they've called out these guys, hoping to find some new challenges. But since then, some new teams have arisen, such as the Chaos Twins, who had an impressive debut. John Cutter and El Murica will still, right now, be participating in the Tag Team Championship for the Tag Team Championships, but we've been sensing a little hostility between those two as of late. Oh, look at this, crashing him into the turnbuckle there, Patrick Green. Tossing him across the ring before making the tag, and back in comes Kazari and Xander. Both with new trims today. And I think they're looking quite fresh, if I do say so myself. And Kazari and Xander all look to spin him around there, but there's David. See, the tag team division a lot stronger on Fight Night, or Mayhem, than it is on Fight Night. I'm sure the Wolfpac won't complain about that too much. But now they're saying, at first I didn't think they would anyway, but now they're saying they don't have enough of a challenge. What will happen when they meet the Chaos Twins, I don't know. But the Vikings of Destiny are slowly on the path to recovery. Already Noah making his way back into in-ring action, helping Loki last week take out Trevor Jackson. But other than that, those are the two teams that really have anything to offer. The Vikings of Destiny, who we know can beat them. We've seen them do it in the past. But they have struggled to do it when the title's on the line. David looking for this. Power driver down on the knee. And we know what follows. Straight back to his feet. Straight to the Wolfpac corner. Because the Wolfpac, oh! Looking for sleeping with the Wolves, but couldn't get there. And Kazari and Xander fighting back here. Here's a Russian leg sweep. They might want to consider tagging out here, or at least getting him back to his own corner. He does. And now maybe the Linebacks have got something of their own in mind. Toss to the middle of the ring. David's in trouble here. This could be problems for the Wolfpac. The Linebacks setting up the play. There's the blitz. There's the blitz. And straight into the cover goes the Mayhem Tag Team Champions. But Steve able to break it up at the count of 1. And worrying signs there for the Wolfpac, was looking for sleeping with the Wolves, but only to get tossed into the other corner and get hit with the blitz. Coach Wilson must be watching on from the hospital ward he is in, looking onwards at this big matchup between these two colossal tag teams. Two of the best that we have to offer in the tag team divisions. And despite the fact the tag team division is growing, you'll feel hard to argue that these two teams aren't the very best. And looking for the tag, he does. In comes Kazarian Xander, but Stephen Thomas comes in as well. 2 tags, fresh out here, and look at Kazarian. Looking to make sure he stays in control of the fight. And there's 3 big takedowns. And now Kazarian Xander, he's got him down, and now going to wear him down with the knee. And the Wolfpac, of course, with one other fight left to go after this. Travis already defeated earlier on tonight. King Sam will be defending that big heavyweight title around his waist here tonight in an extreme submission match. Dave and Steve not be there because they've been too busy with this one. And there's a super kick. And now they have an opening. Green is down. If they can land sleeping with the Wolves, this could all be over. But still Xander fights back. And now look at this. Big takedown. Green is still down. They could land an ending here if they can get him in the corner. But Xander's refusing to go to the corner. And that might be the smart strategy here. Tosses him back into the ring. And Steve still fighting on. Still trying to keep control in this one. He knows he has it. He just needs to land a finishing blow if he can. And now to the corner. Don't know what he was thinking there, but Xander's now got him in the corner. Oh, and staring him down here. And almost trash-talking him there. We couldn't quite see what was happening. But look at that. There's a bulldog. And now Steve tried to crawl away to safety there. Xander caught him in the act. And now to the Wolfpac corner. Into the lineback corner. A tag made. In comes Patrick Green. Look at a fly and a massive cross body. And the Linebacks repping their old jerseys here. They've gone back to the name of the... They've got back the quarterbacks' jerseys, I've just noticed. Maybe just to pay homage or pay respect to Coach Wilson, the man who formed them as the Linebacks, of course. And in respect of him bringing out those jerseys, another tag made. And looking for it again. The Linebacks looking to finish this one off. Patrick Green and Kazarian Xander. There's another blitz. And straight back into the cover. David is probably going to break it up though. And he does at the count of 2. And now Green and Xander been able to land the finishing blows, but they haven't been able to finish this one off. And that is never a good sign. And what's been a great tag team battle so far, there's a belly to belly. And the King must not be enjoying what he's seeing here. His team being tossed around and being vulnerable to tag team maneuvers. Here's another tag. Oh, and there's a takedown and with a back elbow drop. And now taunting. Look at this. The Linebacks saying this is too easy. We know what the Linebacks are like, though. We know they take nothing less than total destruction of anyone they step in the ring with. But the Wolfpac, we know how chaotic they can be. And a package pile driver decided against going for the cover. And Stephen now feeling from the crowd's energy, who are loving this one. You may argue with how the Wolfpac rise to the top, but you can't argue with their results from achieving the crowd's reaction. And there's a beautiful sequence there, ending with a sling blade. And now Steve looking for a super kick from the knees. And connects straight into the cover he goes. And Kazarian's going to break it up at the count of 2. And I don't know whether Patrick was able to kick out on his own accord. But he still fights on regardless. Patrick Green scooping him up here. Might have been looking for a Samoan driver. Potentially couldn't connect. And now Steve just once again trying to get him into the corner. And once again the Linebacks just refusing to stay in that corner. But look at this. Oh, rolls him up there with the counter. The referee slow to make the cover. But Kazarian's not going to make it in time. And it's only a 2 count. And all of a sudden the Wolfpac with a new lease of life. They just can't land the sleeping with the walls that will wrap this one up. Here comes Green. Looking eager to fight back here for his team. To the corner. Oh, and Stephen knew not to go to the corner. He's trying to play it safe. Trying to get them into the corner himself. Couldn't do it. And now to the other corner. And doesn't seem like these guys are willing to just stay in the corner at this current moment. Why? Don't know. Game's just like that sometimes. Steve was thinking of something big there, but Green with his counter. And then a suplex to follow. He's going to consider tagging out. He does. In comes Kazarian Xander. He's hurt on the top of the head, but he's ready to put this one away. Not wasting any time here. Kazarian Xander. Up on the shoulders, looking for a Samoan driver. Connects. Bloody hell. Bad timing. And into the cover. Have the Linebacks done it? No, they haven't. David breaks it up. And now David and Kazarian Xander battling in the middle in the ring. And look at this. David looking for a powerbomb. A package powerbomb. Look at this. Oh, it turned into a suplex. And with Patrick Green taken out of the ring by David, Steven has an opening. Back to his feet. What's he thinking? King Sam loving this. The Wolfpac continue to fight on. The title's not on the line for either brand, but this is all about brand supremacy, showing they are the best. And now Steve looking for a springboard, begging him to get back to his feet. The Wolfpac have the advantage here. Oh, but look at this. Xander dodges the knee. Oh, look at this. Taunting him. And he paid the price for doing so. And now making him pay for that. There's a super kick again. Patrick Green back to his feet quickly enough. But Xander fights on. And once again, taunting. How is he taunting in a situation like this? Steven's going to make him pay there. Ranging away on the arm, twisting away before stomping down on it. And now the Linebacks in a bad position. And Steven looking ready to put this one away. Trying to get him into the corner. Look at this double underhook. Oh, and a big suplex into the cover. That could be enough here, and it's a 2. And Steve, tired, hurt. Both teams are. But just neither one of them can seem to get this one done. Just trying to wrap it up. Trying to get him into the corner for sleeping with the Wolves. But Xander just refusing to go there and crashing him into his corner with the suplex. Look at King Sam playing to the crowd here, saying almost, don't worry, they got this. He's confident in his team. And look at this, Xander trying to stay in control, but Steve refusing to let him. And now Steve from behind, big counter, and a stomp on the back of the leg from Kazarian Xander. Now trying to get him into his corner. Why is it doing that? I don't know why it's doing that. And now to the opposite corner. Finally got him there. No, not much fight left. They're looking for it. Wolfpac with the sleeping with the Wolves. Big connection. Straight into the cover. But it's too close to the other corner and he's going to break it up. Oh, but look at this. Went straight for Green. But Green doesn't let him have it. And we knew this match was going to be a battle, and it's proving to be one here right now. The Linebacks and the Wolfpac proving how strong and dominant they can be. And look at this. The referee just sees them both down. Neither of them are willing to give in. Oh, and David went straight for Green again, but Green with another counter. And that could be Xander's opening here. Spins him around to his corner, and that could be it. They're looking for it one more time. Oh, I thought maybe they were going for the blitz again. They decided against it. And there's a back elbow drop. And look at this. Tag made. And in comes Steven. Once again, there's a Superman punch. Look for another one here. No, a spear. Straight out the gate. And this is amazing display. Look at this. Steven scooping him up. Oh, and just face first down onto the mat. And Steven to the corner again, looking for that super kick. Big, big super kick again. It continues to stomp away on him. The Wolfpac have fought valiantly here, and so have the Linebacks. We're just waiting for one team to put this one away for good. Into the corner. You can't seem to get him there for whatever reason. This game is obviously broken to shit. And into the opposite corner now. And couldn't do that either. But Steve, look at this. Bounce back. Roll up into the cover. And it's a rope break by the looks of things. And Steve right on his toes there, looking sharp. That's what he needs to do. And now looking to put this one away, Steve. Potentially looking for the pedigree. We haven't seen this in some time. Steve, looking to wrap this one up. There's the pedigree. Green's busted open. Right in the Wolfpac corner. Just moving him away from the ropes to give himself some breathing room. And that could do it right here. Steve for the Wolfpac. And no, it's a 2 count. Green kicks out. And Xander and David fighting on the other side. Look at this, up on the shoulders. Samoan driver to David. Samoan driver to David. Oh, look at that, Steve. Look for the power plant, but Green counters. Oh, and this could be the opening. This could be the opening that Green and Xander need. Whilst David and... It looks like David and Xander are battling on the outside, and there's a spear. There's the spear. Against the run of play. And now Green into the cover. This could be it for the Linebacks. The other two are down on the outside. The Linebacks win. The Linebacks get revenge for their coach who was taken out by the Wolfpac. What a win in a hard-fought battle, and that last takedown and the spear. Several blitzes hit by them that couldn't get the job done. But in the end, Kazarian Xander and Patrick Green remain supreme here tonight against the Wolfpac. Hasn't been the best of nights for the Wolfpac, has to be said. And if this current trend continues, King Sam could be losing his title as well. But for the Linebacks, they can celebrate. They picked up a massive, massive win here tonight in what was a great, great tag team battle. And they're just, I bet, kicking themselves that they didn't wish to put the titles on the line now. They could have been a double tag champions. But it doesn't matter. They win here tonight, and they get revenge for Coach Wilson, who must be smiling from whatever hospital he's in right now. Big win for the Linebacks. Let's move on to the next match. And what's been a terrible night for the Wolfpack so far. 2 defeats out of 2. But it's now time for their final match featuring the Wolfpack tonight. It is for the WIW Heavyweight Championship. It's an extreme submission match. The only way to win is by submission. Once again, but other than that, anything goes. Original Brad using his rematch clause here tonight. Facing in the exact same match that he had to a couple of weeks ago. And unfortunately for him, he couldn't get the job done in that match. The winner of the first ever Heavyweight Championship tournament went on to win at Resurrection, of course, against Ryan Austin in that final battle. But this man, with high hopes and big goals, as always. This man claims for originality. He claims he's the best. He claims he works harder than anyone else. But he's got to put all those words into actions now. The last couple of weeks, the Wolfpack have had his number. He's been on a bad, bad run and has been unable to capture anything against the Wolfpack realistically. Losing to Travis, lost in tag team matchup to Sam and Travis, which of course lost in the choice of stipulation. But it didn't affect Big Willie, and he has no intentions of letting that affect him here tonight against the World Heavyweight Champion that is King Sam. The Wolfpack, of course, just lost to Patrick Green and Kazarian Xander, but the titles weren't on the line. So how much that'll phase them, I'm not 100% sure. But we move on to this one, which is much more important, much more high prestige, much more on the line. The biggest prize on fight night here on the line. And here comes the man who holds the title. It is King Sam, who's been on quite a dominant run since capturing the title, tapping out anyone and everyone. It's the cross-face chicken wing, which he debuted a few months ago against Brad. And currently Brad is on a major losing streak. And to the point that King Sam just wants to get on with it. He wants to move on, and he never wants to see Brad in the ring again. Even to the point where in the last episode, King Sam didn't even want to speak to him. Brad came down to confront him after all the names he did, and before Brad even got a word in, King Sam walked. No intention whatsoever to stay in the ring with any longer than he has to with Brad. And tonight he's hoping to do the same, as Brad's rematch clause is cashed in. Remember, if King Sam loses this, he technically doesn't have a rematch clause. But that won't stop him from finding a way of getting a rematch. If Original Brad has anything to say about it, he probably will have a rematch, because of course it was Brad who saved this man's job in the first place. Heavyweight title on the line here tonight. A massive, massive match and a massive, massive feud. Potentially coming to a close tonight. However, I just don't see it. Original Brad with a point to prove tonight after a massive losing streak in the last couple of weeks, fresh off his winning streak. He has a point to prove, and he wants that title back to become the first ever two-time world champion. But the King claims this is his title, claims that Brad is too easy for him, claims a lot that he is the best. But now he has a chance to prove it and finally put away his opponent for good. It's been a bad night for the Wolfpac so far, but can, when the big title comes on the line, Sam defend and maintain the dominance for the Wolfpac. A big, big fight feel here tonight for this World Heavyweight title. One of two world titles on the line. The next one, of course, the WIW Championship, which will be put on the line in a triple threat just moments after this one. But the World Heavyweight Championship, on fight night, it doesn't get any bigger. And I'm sure, with that in mind, it'll be interesting to see who cashes in on what show. Bell rings, and away we go. Look at this, both of these two straight out the gate. And Original Brad gets the first blow with the DDT. And that shows you all you need to know. No hostility. Oh, look at this, Brad. Straight away. Going for the weapons. Brings out the steel chair and whacks him across the skull. Remember, this is Extreme Rules. Everything goes. And last time they favoured not to use them. Neither of them needed the weapons. But Brad straight out the gate. Bringing out the chair. And I guess this is exactly the challenge that Sam wanted. He claims he's the best. He says that no one really stands a chance when they're in the ring with him. But right now, proving him wrong. And now look at this. Sam, oh, and a big powerbomb there on the outside. And these two battling straight on the outside. Remember, the submission has to occur inside the ring. Actually, it might be able to get outside. I'm not 100% sure. I guess it's how the referee's going to call it. He is in control of this match, and so far I'm impressed with the new referee. I've got to be honest. Look at Brad taunting him. Brad said when the battle axe comes down on you and he makes him tap out following, that he will walk out the World Heavyweight Champion. But Sam says it's all a bunch of empty promises, and look at that. Elbow drop from the top rope. Very rare we see Brad to the top rope. And look at this, Brad doing whatever it takes to walk out the champion, bringing out another weapon, this time a kendo stick. And Sam don't want to turn around right now. This gets hit with the kendo stick. And this is much more extreme than the last extreme submission match we saw. And look at this, straight away going to make him tap here. And Sam right next to the ropes, and clearly it's not going to matter. No rope breaks in this one. Sam's in trouble. He might already tap here and lose his title. He fights out of it. Sam not favouring the weapons here tonight. Oh, look at this. There's a gut wrench. Suplex to counter. Oh, but look at this. Picks up the kendo stick. Now he brings out the weaponry. And now slamming him with the kendo stick. Oh, and another big strike to the head. And this one a lot more chaotic than the last. And look at this. Grabs the kendo stick. And right across the gut. And the kendo stick coming out in full force here tonight. And now look at this. Oh, flips out of it. Oh, and a big, big hit. And King Sam trying to fight on. But look at this. Up on the shoulders. Oh, Ushikaroshi. And look at Sam taking the time to taunt the current World Heavyweight Champion. Saying he's in control of this one. But Brad, you got to say, has had the majority of the bigger hits, bringing out the chair and the kendo stick. And look at this, King Sam fighting back still, trying to keep control. He has it for a moment, but what can he do with it? Oh, look at this, King Sam. Looking for the running knee. Connects! And Brad's busted open already. And that could be enough. Sam straight into the submission hold. Not going for the crossface chicken wing, but instead looking to wrench away on the arms. Brad's in trouble here. He might have already retained. Look at this, Brad slips out of it with relative ease there. And now to the opposite side. And now what's Brad thinking? Up to the top rope. Brad's got something in mind here. And it could land with massive impact. Brad once again to the top rope. This time for a superplex in the middle of the ring. And scooping him up. Not to any avail. Because King Sam once again with the count. Oh, tried to spin him around for the crossface chicken wing. But a big counter by Brad. Look for another one here and he gets the clothesline. And Brad with a counter, but can he take advantage of it? Brad, oh, might have been looking for battle axe there. Oh, look at this. And Sam got caught taunting. And that's not what they can afford to do here. The Wolfpac have had a bad night. But they've only really lost one title. They didn't lose any. Other than the TV title, which they didn't have in the first place coming into this match. So whether they lost that or not, that's down to your perspective, I guess. Oh, look at that. Low blow there by Brad. Doing whatever it takes tonight. Doing whatever he feels is necessary. Now look at this. Abdominal stretch. Sam's in trouble. If he taps here, we have a new World Heavyweight Champion. Can he fight out of it? Yes, he does. Just big shots. Oh, look at this. And a big head scissor takedown there. One went for a headbutt. Brad counters. Oh, went for a kick. Sam counters, but look at this. Pushes him away again. Oh, and runs straight into a DDT. And Brad putting up much more of a fight this time round. This has been a lot more of an extreme submission match than last time. Sam said we was basically repeating themselves. But Brad has no intention of repeating. He wants that title back around his waist. And Sam trying to keep control. But Brad proving a lot more of a problem than last time. Rolls over with the leg. And now wrenching away on the limbs. And that's a smart tactic in a submission match. King Sam, a very smart man, a tactical man. He knows what to do and how to get it done. He has clear goals in mind, and one of them is to make the Wolfpac the most dominant team on the roster, and they've done a good job to date. Oh, look at this. Brad looking for a choke slam. Connects. Brad with the choke slam. And now looking for the submission straight away after. Sam's in trouble. Rope breaks won't count. Brad could have done it here. Has Brad finally captured the heavyweight title for the second time? It got him, but it releases the hold. And look at this, just straight away reapplies. Maybe felt that his grip was loosening. Once again reapplies the hold. King Sam's in trouble. Could he tap here? Could he lose the title right here, right now? No, he fights out of it. Oh, and Brad straight back on the offensive. Look at this, just crashing him into the turnbuckle. And Brad in control for the moment. And he knows it. And he's taking the time to taunt. This has been a great match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Look at this. Hurricane Rana takedown there by Sam. And trying now to get back in control as he had for the moment. Oh, look at that. A big counter there by Brad. And there's a takedown on the arm. Now wearing away at Sam's limbs. And Brad with control. And Sam is in a bad place right now, despite the fact that Brad is bleeding. Brad has taken some big hits, but he still fights on, and King Sam is struggling. And now look at this, once again, straight back into the submission hold. And Sam in a vulnerable position. He needs to fight out again. Brad just doing whatever it takes to walk out the champ. There's a counter. And Sam needs to mount some offense here, and he can do that just right here. Oh, and look at this. Tried to turn him around, but once again, Brad with another counter. And now Sam with a counter. And now Sam grabbing him by the neck. Oh, and a big knee. Spinning him around, and now wearing once again down on the limbs. And a suplex to follow. And Brad still fights on. Despite bleeding, despite hurt, badly damaged, fights on. And there's a big counter there from the belly to belly. And now Sam looking to put him away, looking for the cross-face chicken wing. In trouble here. Brad's in trouble if this one's locked in again. Cross-face chicken wing in the middle of the ring. Brad with nowhere to go. He taps again. And it's over. King Sam retains the World Heavyweight Championship with the cross-face chicken wing. Unbelievable. Brad with a much better fight this time around. Brought a real challenge to the current champion. But once again, Sam able to get the better of him with the cross-face chicken wing. And that is bad signs for Brad. That's his rematch gone. He has no claim to the title right now. That is worrying signs for original Brad. But King Sam wouldn't care less, because he's done it again. Your winner and still the WIW Heavyweight Champion, King Sam. He's done it again. He did exactly what he said he'd do. He'd tap him out with the chicken wing and move on to bigger and better things. Well, they may not have won the TV title tonight, but the Wolfpac era still running dominant on Fight Night. And how will things progress from now on, now that King Sam is an undisputed champion? Right now, I don't know, but we will have to find out later down the line. A big win for King Sam. Let's move on down the rest of the card. The last match before the world will watch the Money in the Bank ladder match. This is the last battle before that happens. And it's a big fight here. It's for the WIW Championship. It's a triple threat. These three men been feuding for weeks, and now we will finally see who walks out the championship. For Rage, this is his rematch clause. After losing the title to Aaron Albright, who got a massive assistance from Jayden. That then spiraled Rage out of control with a losing streak that stretched for a while before Jayden helped him get back to winning ways by disqualifying him a couple of weeks ago, which has then helped him pick up the 8-man Battle Royal win just a week ago. A big match is what is needed from Rage here tonight. We know he's capable of it. The Masked Monster came up here from the trial era basically unbeatable, and that has slipped as of late. But his dominance is still felt, and I have a feeling he might be victim of a 2-on-1 assault here if Jayden and Albright are smart enough. But Albright slayed him by himself before. Yes, he has got the jump on him, but can he do it again? And another man here to make a point tonight. He says he spent the last 2 months just being beaten up by this Masked Monster and by the man who claims to be the X Factor. But here tonight, he has a chance to become the world champion for WIW's Monday Night Mayhem brand. And he'll be finally the one being able to deliver the beatings. But he's claiming for sympathy. However, the fans aren't the biggest fan of Jayden. We know what he's capable of, and he's not afraid to stoop to any level to get what he wants. Of course, initially it was Rage and Jayden for the WIW Championship at Resurrection after he qualified by winning on countout in 2 minutes. And despite that being perfectly legal and nothing wrong, he didn't make many friends or many fans by winning like that. And tonight he has a chance to prove once again that he is one of the top dogs, and he doesn't deserve the abuse he's been receiving for the last couple of weeks. And last man down to the ring, it is the current WIW champion, a man who has been so dominant since capturing the title. It is Aaron Albright, the X Factor, the phenomenal one. He's gone by many names, but now he can go by the name of the champion. The phenomenal one looking focused tonight, looking lasered in, looking to retain that title around his waist. It's been a dominant reign so far under him, but this is his first real test. This is his first title defense. So the question is, can he get the job done here tonight? The icon needs to prove how iconic he really is here tonight. The phenomenal one has a job to do. But what can he do? It's a big fight with big prize on the line. It is the WIW Championship. Currently with the side plates of the Aaron Albright logos. But how much longer will they be there for? Aaron Albright with a tough task tonight. Left alone in the ring with two men who absolutely despise him. Well, all three of these men hate each other. So this is going to lead to one explosive contest. Bell rings and away we go. And look at this. Jayden wisely going straight for the Masked Monster. And look at that. Rage just saying he'll let Albright take him out. But look at this. Albright taking it to both of them here. And this is what it's been like as Albright has been champion. He's found a new self-confidence and a new self-drive to just take out anyone that's in his way. And now Jayden just going to sit back and watch Rage getting taken down by Albright. He's really proven a challenge for him. And look at that. Went for a clothesline there to Jayden and couldn't connect. And Albright is flying out of the gate. This is incredible. Really bringing it here. Oh, look at that. That was a weird motion. Managed to connect there with the chop, though. And went for a takedown there. And Jayden with the counter and went for a clothesline. He's got sent running. Oh, well timed to dodge the elbow. And look at Rage. Rage, more than happy to just take the time to taunt. Applaud the crowd. And look at this. Jayden now left alone in the ring with Rage. But Rage not phased at all by any of the strikes that are coming in by Jayden. But yet he still hammers them on. Went for a discus clothesline. And Rage just took it on his chin. Had no problem with it whatsoever. And Jayden in trouble here. Oh, went for this. Went for a spear to the outside. Big counter, and he's finally got him down. And look at that. He saw Albright getting back into the ring and dealt with him. And, of course, Albright in a vulnerable position. He could lose his title without being even involved in the decision. There's a brain buster by Jayden, who's getting rolling here. And now Rage trying to find some momentum of his own. I figured that in this match, he might be the aggressor, the man who's trying to destroy everyone, to get revenge for what has happened to him over the last couple of weeks. Instead, he's come out the gate really slow. First cover in the match, instantly interrupted there. And now Jayden and Albright finally got what they wanted in the ring alone. And there's a backbreaker and into a Russian leg sweep. And of course, Albright would be the only one with a rematch if he is not successful between Jayden and Rage. Rage and Jayden have to win this one in order to stay in the title picture for much longer. Look at this. Famous up. Famous up, and Rage tried to get the jump on him. Couldn't capitalize on it. And now he's got the big man in a big position here. Looking for a powerbomb and a big counter. And now Rage might finally be able to get going here. No. Albright with a counter again and a shoulder takedown. And now look at this. Looking ready to put away the big man. Looking for the super kick here. Aaron Albright. Can he get the job done? Super kick, no. Big counter by Rage. And that's what he needed to get back in it. And now trying to get control if he can. Picks him up. Grabbing him by the neck. To the ropes. Oh, look at this. Jayden tried to help take him out, but got caught on Rage. And there's a bulldog. And Rage also out of the ring again. And now Jayden left alone in the ring with Aaron Albright, who couldn't land the finishing blow with the super kick a second ago. And now Jayden with an opportunity to finish this one himself. There's the knee bar. There's the knee bar by Jayden. He's got him in a big position here. Can he make the champion tap? No, he can't. Albright powers out with relative ease. Oh, look at that. Big counter by Jayden. Couldn't capitalize. Crucifix. Doesn't bridge into a cover, though. And now look at this. Oh, and a running knee there. Echoing the World Heavyweight Champion there, King Sam. Oh, look at that. And whilst he was being dragged to the middle of the ring, taken down by an elbow by Rage, who is all of a sudden angry and now ready to bring the fight that we know he can bring. There's a takedown on Jayden, who rolls out of harm's way. And now look at this, Albright going straight back to Rage, not giving him a second to react to him. And look at this, sending him to the other side of the apron and then landing him to the outside. And of course, no count-outs in a triple threat matchup. But Rage has no intention of keeping it on the outside where he knows Albright is capable of bringing out the weapons. Oh, but look at this. Big counter. And wrenching away on the arm is Albright, who's had the majority control in this matchup. Rage really struggled to get going, but we know he can flip the switch and take control in an instant. There's an arm drag by Jayden. And Albright's going to let these two battle for a moment, wisely so. Remember, WIW Championship on the line. Current champion, Jayden. Current champion is Albright. And Jayden trying to take it to him. There's a gutbuster. And Jayden's got a chance here. This could be it for him to become the champion. It's only a 1 count. And that's not a good sign. A 1 count. Now, this deep into the match. It's not late. It's not been a long match so far, credit, but it should be at the point of a 2 count now, and if he's only getting a 1, that's not a good sign. Going for the cover again, but Rage back to his feet, and it's still only a 1 count on the current world champion. Oh, look at this. He didn't want to turn around because there was Rage. There's a suplex. Crashing him on the ropes, and now dragged to the middle of the ring. He's going to go for the cover. Rage to become a 2-time world champion. It's only a 2 count. Oh, and look at this. Jayden's in trouble. Rage begging him to get back to his feet. Oh, look at this. Was looking for a jackhammer, but a big counter by Jayden. And now Jayden. Oh, look at this. Jayden's got him in a position here for a powerbomb. Powerbomb. And straight into the cover. Albright's going to let him have it. Oh, no, he isn't. He breaks it up at the count of 2. And into the submission hold, which is broken up instantly by Albright. And it looks like Albright caught the referee there. Oh, look at this. Got caught taunting, and Albright makes him pay for it. And when Rage down and the referee down, there's no count. I mean, Rage can be a bit, feel a bit safer about that, but Rage has really not got going in this matchup. But Aaron Albright really taking it to him. He's been fantastic in this match, and Jayden showing signs of life there, almost wrapping it up and becoming the new WIW champion. But now is in a bad place, because here it comes again, looking for the super kick. Can he connect this time on Jayden? Super kick! But there's no referee to make the cover. He's knocked him down. He's got no referee to make the cover, and now Rage back in the ring. And Albright might have made his own downfall here. Rage into a cover and only gets a 1. And now Rage needs a fight back. And he's trying to do so right here. There's a gut-wrench suplex to the world champ, and now drags Jayden to the middle of the ring, who hasn't been covered off of the super kick yet. This could be enough. Has Rage retained the title? No, it's not retained. Captured the title again. It's a 2 count. And the former world champion not looking great in this one. Takes it to the outside. Jayden's taken a couple of hits now, and that super kick must have left him in a bad place. But look at this, Rage just tossing him around inside and out. Just doing whatever he wants with him, but now Rage fighting, Jayden fighting back. And this has been a great battle so far, and it could still go either way. But right now, Albright with majority control, but Jayden trying his best to provide a fight. And now look at this, Jayden to the middle rope, only to be met with a punch by Aaron Albright. And now Aaron Albright looking for a DDT and connects. And out rolls Jayden. And Albright not wasting any time. He's got Rage right where he wants him. Underhook. Brainbuster. And that could be it. Albright to retain the title. Albright, no. And I almost said that Albright retained. But Rage kicks. To the surprise of Aaron, Albright, Rage has kicked out again. And now to the top rope. Begging him to get back to his feet. I don't know who he's talking to here, because Rage and Jayden get back up at the same time. There's a crossbody, but look at this. Get caught. He's got caught. And, oh, and a stun off the ropes. And now look at this, Rage. Trying to fight back. There's a suplex to Jayden, who literally has just got back in the ring and has been met with Rage, who tries to take control into the cover to become the new WIW champion. It's a 2 count. And Albright crawling out of harm's way because he sees what's coming. Jayden's in a bad way. Rage against the run of momentum. Road Rage, no! Couldn't hit. Couldn't hit. Straight into the cover on the counter of the Road Rage. 1, 2, and Jayden nearly got it. Albright had to break it up. Albright had to break it up, and now going for a cover of his own. But Jayden says no. And now Jayden and Albright battling in the middle of the ring. Albright rolling out of harm's way on the counter. And now Jayden going to take the time to taunt. He knows he's got the Beast where he wants him. The Beast is hurt. And you have a feeling maybe that rolling knee bar could do the trick. He's already worn his knee out earlier as they two have faced off. But look at this. Once again, there it is. Right on cue. The knee bar. This could be it. Albright running to break it up if he can, but it's too late. Jayden's done it. Jayden is the new WIW champion. Jayden wins. He made the Beast tap like I said he would if he locked it in again. And Jayden's done it. Despite coming into this match the underdog, Jayden has pinned Rage and is the new WIW champion. The 3rd time this title has changed hands. Still, not a single person landing a successful title defense for this one. This one might have been the biggest shock of the night, because Jayden is now the champion. What a win. And he doubted the knee bar for a long time. He thought maybe it wasn't effective enough to get the job done. But Jayden has done it. He is the new WIW champion. He did what he set out to do here tonight. And the beast has been slayed. And Albright will be coming for his rematch very soon. But Jayden will stand victorious tonight. But now it's time, ladies and gentlemen, for the Money in the Bank ladder match. It's main event time here at what's been an amazing Uprising pay-per-view. And it's time to conclude with the match we've all been waiting for, the Money in the Bank ladder match. The winner of this match will earn himself the title of Mr. Money in the Bank and will earn himself a title shot at the time of his choosing whenever he decides to cash it in. 8 men willing to prove their might. And this man, more than anyone, desperate to prove he has what it takes. It's Wilson Woodward, a man who for the last couple of months has been blindsiding people. He's been calling out for open challenges, been doing whatever it takes to prove he is going to walk out Mr. Money in the Bank. But now all the build-up is done and the time for talking is over. Can, on the big stage, Wilson Woodward get the job done and become Mr. Money in the Bank? We've already seen a new champion crowned in Jayden. He could be a good target to go for if they wish to cash in, but of course they can cash in on any brand they want. So they choose it. They may be able to try and poke holes in the Wolfpac era and take down King Sam at the World Heavyweight Championship. Those are the current champions that they could go for. Of course, they're willing to cash in on any title that they choose to. They are not restricted to the World Championships, but of course, who isn't going to want a world title opportunity when they can? Tonight, a new star is born, a main eventer is born, because Mr. Money in the Bank, whether he wins or loses for the next couple of months, has a title opportunity in his hands. And this man, more than ever, needs it. After really improving as of late, has really gained some form and some momentum coming into this pay-per-view, winning at the go-home show, if I'm not mistaken. He needs to walk out the champion tonight. He can't walk out the champion tonight, excuse me. All the matches have been done, all titles have been defended, so unless he attacks him backstage and then cashes in, that would be an interesting way to cash in. I don't know, I wonder if anyone's done that in real life. I don't think so. But here at Uprising's main event, Liam Connors with a chance at glory. A chance to walk out Mr. Money in the Bank after a really slow start to life in WIW. He really has picked up the pace here and now has a big, big opportunity. This is by far the biggest match of his career to date. Liam Connors knows what it takes, and it's a big match for all of these people. These people know how big this match is for them. Most of these people, I can't think of anyone in this match, bar Ryan, that this isn't the biggest match of their career. And this man, representing the Danger family, it is Max Danger, who has made massive strides since debuting a couple of months ago. Of course, his first win was against the Wolfpac themselves in tag team action, and you have a feeling this man might be pushing for tag team gold against the Wolfpac if he's unsuccessful tonight, because he's staked the claim and he's just waiting for his father's return. But Mr. Money in the Bank is what he is after tonight. He wants to walk out with that title of Mr. Money in the Bank, as they all do. Can he do it and make his father proud? That's the goal tonight. But can he achieve it? Next man down to the ring. The crowd standing on their feet in anticipation as Ryan makes his way down to the ring. Really? Even his away kit? Okay. Well, I guess there's no fixing that, because I tried using the away kit, so he's going to need a different attire in the next couple of weeks. But this man, one of the very few people who have had bigger matches than this, of course, faced for the World Heavyweight Championship at Resurrection pay-per-view, just came short. But this man knows what it takes to win. He's a vicious competitor, and of course, we all know that punt kick of his, so lethal it can take out anyone. I think only one person has ever kicked out of a cover off the punt kick. And this man, the brother of the chairman, brother of Harry Austin as well, who hasn't been quite as successful as of late. But can Ryan walk out with the Money in the Bank briefcase and have himself a title match whenever he chooses? He might even wait. I think if he was champion, he might wait for Brad to get the title back and then try and take it to get some revenge on the man who took the title away from him in the first place. Next man down to the ring, a one man who really struggled to get going, but in singles action has done a great job. It is Mad Max Cotterrell, competing in singles action since the recent injury of his brother. In the tag team division from both Monday Night Mayhem and Friday Fight Night had taken some huge hits. But Mad Max has taken it on his stride and has earned himself an opportunity here tonight. But to be honest, I don't think he's going to really care if he walks out the champion here tonight or not. He's going to have one goal in mind, and that's to hurt anyone. But imagine how big this is for the Cotterrells. The Cotterrells and the Wolfpac is one of the biggest and longest reigning rivalries, to the point where it even crossed over from the trial era. So if they cash in tonight and Brett and Max earn themselves the title, they can go and get some much wanted revenge on the opposite brand and go and take down the Wolfpac. What a surprise it would be if the Cotterrells do get it. The Cotterrells and the Wolfpac been feuding for months, but of course that dynamic had completely changed after their brother Travis, their former leader, joined the Wolfpac. That would be an interesting collision if these two are to come to blows. Next man down to the ring, not walking down with his tag team partner at the request of the chairman, it is Durmus. And Durmus and Black Jesus, the League of Gods, have made a massive name for themselves as of late since forming their alliance. And their alliance has helped get them both a shot in this matchup. Black Jesus already did earn this opportunity back at High Voltage, and now has managed to get his partner Durmus in here. And these two, I'd say, have the best odds statistically. They have a 2 in 8 chance, where everyone has a 1 in 8 chance of a League of Gods member walking out with the Money in the Bank briefcase. But they won't care for statistics. It's about getting the job done. And tonight, Mr. Arrogant Durmus, is he even going to be willing to work with Black Jesus? Because they're going to have one goal in mind. Because they both know that how important walking out the champion here, the walking out with the briefcase is here tonight for both their careers. But if they are smart, the League of Gods should be working together here tonight. But Durmus, with a new attitude of, well, it hasn't been a new attitude. If anything he wants goes. He's been doing it for months. He's been doing open challenges, and the Greek-style open challenge hasn't been open for a while there since forming the League of Gods. But this man, coming down to the ring now, has had a very new attitude, and it has not pleased many people. It is injured, poor defensive Greg, who is going to be out for some time. And of course, he managed to work with Durmus to get a big win over his big rival Thomas, and keep Thomas out of the Money in the Bank ladder match, which was a big worry to many people. Of course, the winner of the Money in the Bank in the trial era. But the trial era means nothing now, because this is to crown the first ever Mr. Money in the Bank, and the League of Gods trying to get it in their hands. And with these two working together as well, if they can come out as a tag team with one of them holding the briefcase, that could mean trouble for the Wolfpac, because then they have a threat to them if they decide to cash it on in their brand. Or they can become the new dominant team on Monday Night Mayhem if they decide to cash in on Jayden and the current WIW champion. Of course, whenever they cash it in and who they cash it in on is completely up to them. But the League of Gods, with good chances here tonight. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the final man to the ring. A man who struggles very hard in multi-man matches, but one-on-one, one of the hardest men to beat. It is Jax Wolfe. Trial era did not serve him kindly. Couldn't even get a contract in the trial era. But this man, Jax Wolfe, earned this spot in a triple threat match against Steve Miller and Mason Foster. And that rivalry was supposed to conclude tonight. How much is resolved between the two after what happened, I'm not sure. But it's been a big night. We've had every single title retained, but one, Big Willie retained. We've had Jace retain, we had Sam retain, but Jayden captured the WIW Championship without even pinning Aaron Albright, making a rage tap with the knee bar, and the knee was obviously weakened by that point because the amount of times he's been locking it in as of late. But Jax Wolfe, big opportunity tonight, and he could do some damage if he's to walk out the WIW Mr. Money in the Bank. The crowd are hyped. I am hyped. Let's get this one underway. It's time to crown Mr. Money in the Bank 2017. And it'll be good coming into the new year with one of these guys having a briefcase. Of course, they can cash it in whenever they want, but they do have a time limit. They have until the next Uprising to cash it in. If they don't cash it in by then it's expired. But a year is quite a big time span. Look at this. Ryan taking Liam Connors to the outside. Wilson Woodward exposing the turnbuckle already. Showing he's willing to do whatever it takes. And now going to crash him into it maybe. Oh no, to the outside. And he crashes into the ladder there, Max Cotterrell. And there's the briefcase above the ring. Only one man can walk out with it. And straight away, some initial battles happening. Wilson Woodward going for Mad Max, Liam Connors and Ryan, who have met in the ring head-to-head quite a few times. No surprise to see them two go together. Jesus and Jax Wolfe fighting each other. It's no surprise that Jax Wolfe still has some issues with the League of Gods following their 2-on-1 handicap victory over him. And Max Danger and Durmus battling in the ring there. A bit of inter-brand battling. And I think all of these battles are between Monday Night Mayhem and Friday Fight Night people. I might be mistaken. Oh, Jax Wolfe and Black Jesus is not. And I don't think Connors and Ryan is either. Those are the only two. But look at that. Connors taking Ryan down on the outside. And no one's brought in the ladder just yet. Look at this, Wiz. Oh, no. Oh, no. Can we not do this? Can we not have the lights in the way? This is poor camera work. Who hired this? Who hired this guy? No, no. I can't see what's going on. I can't see. What is going on? No. They need to get back to the ring, please. No. Oh, for fuck's sake. This is poor design flaw from the Uprising pay-per-view. It's been nice decorations and nice looking, but an obvious design flaw there as Max is battling with Wilson Woodward up on the apron, but I can't see much now. So I'm just going to wait till they decide to bring it back to the ring. Please hurry up and do so. This is ridiculous. I can't see what's going on. Why is the game like this, man? Come on. Stupid fucking game. Honestly, I hate this game so much. And they're just going further up the ramp, which means we're just going to see less and less as time goes on. They need to get it back to the ring. Finally deciding to do so. Or at least near it. And are we going to see things again? Yes, we are. And the ladder's been brought back into the ring. Brought into the ring for the first time. I'm not sure if Liam Connors brought it in, but he's the one using it. And he's using it against Durmus right now. Oh, come on. Really? I'm trying to see what's happening in the ring. That's a lot more important than a little scrap on the outside. Come on, man. Where are they even going? What is Mad Max doing? This is what I mean. He didn't really care about this briefcase. He didn't care about the title, becoming Mr. Money in the Bank. He just wants to hurt people. And he's trying to hurt Wilson Woodward here. And that's the only battle we can really see right now. And here we go. Come on, camera move forward. Camera move forward. Oh, that's even worse. That's even worse. No, no. Oh, for fuck's sake. And what was supposed to be a really special match we've hardly seen. And here we go. Oh, for... What now? What now? Here we go, finally. We can see everyone again in their full effect. And the ladder fell out of the ring. And Max Danger's going to be the one to bring it back in. And now... Oh, and look at that. A big deadlift powerbomb by Liam Connors on the outside. And Liam Connors looking for the leaf blower gutbuster as Max Danger is the first to climb. First to climb. Looking to capture the briefcase. Everyone else is down or distracted. Max Danger could get it here. Liam Connors turning his attention to him. And he might do it here. He's unable to hook it as Liam Connors trying to deal with him, trying to take him off the ladder. He does so. And now Liam Connors might look to reach for it. He does. Liam Connors and Wilson Woodward is going to come up to stop him from taking the case and becoming Mr. Money in the Bank. And now look at Durmus. Durmus going to take down Wilson Woodward. And Ryan's going to take down Liam Connors on the other side. Oh, and look at that. Ryan with a running kick there. And now Ryan's got the ladder. Oh, but Jax Wolfe stops him in his tracks. And now he's going to take the ladder as Ryan rolls out of harm's way. And there goes Woodward as well. Oh, look at that. Went for Jax Wolfe. Oh, and Jax Wolfe just threw the ladder on top of Wilson Woodward. And what's he thinking of doing? He takes it to the outside. And Ryan, I don't know if he's going for Jax Wolfe. He is. It's been a big battle. The Greek God and Black Jesus locking horns here. And I guess they really are not willing to work together. I guess they're just willing to do whatever it takes to walk out with Mr. Money in the Bank tonight. And whether or not they'll just put things aside after that, I guess so. I guess they both really wanted it. And you can't blame them. It's a big prize. A title shot whenever you want it. Tonight, a new star is born. Oh, look at that. Spinning Thunderbomb by Wolfe. Look at this. Spinning back fist. And now looking for a running powerbomb, maybe. Oh, big counter, though, by Max. Mad Max Cotterrell with the counter. Oh, and went for an integer. Oh, no, it turned into a Hurricane Rana. Now what's Jax Wolfe thinking, using the ladder as a weapon? Oh, and look at that. Was looking for a finish on Max Cotterrell. Oh, not again. No, no. And the League of Gods battling each other. And they've clearly built some hostility. And they've moved away from the ring again. Why on earth do they do this? I swear to God, anytime I do a Money in the Bank match, it never does this. Why now? Why the fuck now? Now that it's on camera, now that we're recording. Oh, for God's sake. Where is Jesus going? Where the hell is Jesus going? And we can just about see that the ladder's set up in the middle of the ring. There's Max Danger climbing the ladder. And Jesus, all of a sudden remembering that he's actually a part of a match, he's gone to stop Max Danger, who made the climb again. And now the two Maxes battling on top of the ring, but Black Jesus says no, takes him down. And now once again climbing for it, Max Danger. Oh, but now Jesus fighting him off. And Max Cotterrell waiting patiently to see what happened. Look at this. Max from the top of the ladder. Oh, just went for him. Went to take him down, but Max shakes him off. And once again, continues to climb. Not willing to get caught in any fight here tonight. Just trying to become Mr. Money in the Bank. Jesus, trying to stop it from happening. But I don't think he's done it. It's too late. The Dangers win. Max Danger is the first ever Mr. Money in the Bank. And a big confusing battle, which we didn't even see most of because of the fact that everyone decided they were going to fight on the ramp today. Oh, look at that. That was the spinning back fist. And some big, big blows landed in this one. But in the end, it only mattered to the man who, the only one who realistically actually even went for the briefcase at times. Max Danger is the Mr. Money in the Bank here tonight. He now has a title opportunity whenever he chooses to cash it in. A big night for him and a big night here for WIW. A lot has changed the shape of WIW as we see it. And that is going to conclude tonight's show. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like if you did. And subscribe to the channel if you're new. Comment your thoughts and feelings on tonight's show. And I will catch you guys in the future. Peace.